Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Food and Laughter TV. I'm one of your hosts, Terrance Gawith. Alongside me again is the very funny and talented Heather Jones again. Thank you for being here. And then my guy, George Zilla Brookins Jr., the monster of comedy. And today's guest, we are very excited and very happy to have my guy, DTG, as they might call him, but David Terrell Green, everybody. That's the guy right here.
Which camera do I look at?
Whichever one.
Whichever one?
Yeah.
What's going on?
And then, big shout out to Crescent Moon in Omaha, right off of Farnham. It is Omaha's original ale house. They supplied the food again.
Yes.
They got a Reuben sandwich, which they've said they've been perfected for over 2 decades.
Okay.
And some bell pepper fried rings.
Yes.
So fried pepper and some twice baked potato soup. So we're gonna dig into that. We're gonna dig into the questions. So DTG.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for being here, man.
Hey,
Tell
man,
us about your comedy, bro. Tell us about your comedy.
My comedy? I was gonna
Just
try
give
the
us like
sandwich.
an overview, like one of those.
I was gonna go for the sandwich. I'm like, well, I gotta talk now.
I'll dig into the questions. You
Okay,
wait.
yeah. Well, my comedy. I mean, I don't know. What do you want to know about it? I mean, it's like, how's it going?
Your style, right?
Yeah, man.
My style. I don't know, man. I guess I just try to just kind of observe life and then just create as I go. You know, I don't really like. I've noticed that like a lot of my comedy and just like revolves around a lot of observation and satire. Not so much on like, you know, topical stuff, because like topics, they like come and go like really quick, but like just kind of stuff that happens to me and happens throughout life, you know, around me. And I just try to build things around it and how I see life, relationships, love, the world, everything like that, and try to like, you know,
Some of your own experiences.
yeah, I know. I've noticed a lot of the stuff I've been working on lately have been things that have just actually happened, and not so much like, you know, I'm going to talk about, you know, this specific topic, you know what I'm saying? I not that that's like a bad thing, but like for me, I think that when it's more personal, I can have more fun.
I think
You know what I'm saying? Because you're not like, you know.
what's original?
Yeah, and
That
yeah.
too, the originality of it, because no one can. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're good, dude.
But no one can take your experiences and put it in and tell a story like you can.
Exactly. And plus, like, you don't, like, I mean, you can, at least for me, like, avoid the whole, like, punching down, like, conversation. Like, how are you gonna tell me, hey, stop punching down on yourself? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, like, I may react to the stuff that happens to me through, like, this different type of telescope, but for the most part, like, it's revolved around me. And, like, a lot of the stuff that I have written comes from, like a very honest and true place, regardless of how outlandish it may be. It's something that has, you know, I don't know.
That's the one thing I've noticed, man, is sharing the stage with you at open mics and shows now, and watching you at like here for Comedy Society. You stick to your perspective, and I think that's very respectable. Where do you think that there was a shift at like some point where you at like, you know what, at year 3 it shifted for me, or at year 6 or something, or was it even a noticeable shift? Has it just been gradual?
I'm gonna be honest. That's really good.
It is really good.
I'm gonna be honest. So
Fantastic, Reuben.
I started doing comedy when I was like 16. I'm 27 now. I personally don't think that I got good until probably around like 24. You know, because all those years it's like, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of comedians don't like to admit to this. I've stolen jokes. When I first started, you know what I'm saying, I looked at, but you know, because what are you gonna talk about at 16? You know what I'm saying? So I found material from people like, you know, like Arsenio Hall, and I used to do my research. I'm a student of the game. So like Flip Wilson, you know, Arsenio Hall, a lot of like pioneers. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take that joke, I'm gonna say it on stage. I'm 16 years old. What am I gonna talk about? You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know anything.
Right.
And then as I started to actually get my legs underneath me, then I was like, okay, now I can at least try to write something that I feel like is, you know, because, you know, in my heart of hearts, it's like I felt bad because I'm like, this isn't mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but as I gotten like, you know, better and developed more, then it's just like, then I began to find my own kind of shtick. if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like all from like an original place, if you know. So yeah.
You are very, I ain't gonna say complicated. We work together. I've been in videos with you. So if y'all don't know about David Terrell Green, he just doesn't do comedy. He does music, writing, films and everything. You know, you do a lot. Like I watch you, man. Like sometimes I ain't gonna lie, man. I look at you. I'm like, how does he do? How can you keep all that together? Because you got music over here, you got comedy over here. You know, you got your films and your the comedy skits you do. How do you balance that, man? Because I like real talk, man. I don't know how the hell you balance those three things at one time. I used to sit back and be like, dang, Dave, pick one. Because you but you're so good at all of it though. That's the thing though. Yep. I'm not knocking you or nothing. I'm just wondering, how do you balance that, man, and be good at everything that you do? Because it's not easy, man, to be good at comedy and then also be good at music and also be good at playwriting or writing stories and movies.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. That's not like a brag either. I really am trying to figure it out because there's more to it than just putting it out. Right. You have to promote it. You have to, you have to brand it. Exactly. You have to get it to the masses. So just putting it out is not enough. Right. So now that you put it out, you have to figure out, well, how can people outside of this, cesspool of Omaha can see it? Exactly. And that's not just with music, that's with comedy, that's with everything. And so now I have to find out the best way to market certain things because it's just like, it's tough. Yeah. It's definitely tough. I like to do it simply because I like to do it. Like if I was not, if I didn't have the ability to do it, I would have never done it in the first place. There's a lot of people who who want to rap, who can't, you know what I'm saying? Who, and that's not a dig towards them. It's just that, everybody can't be everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? So for me, myself personally, I know that there's certain, I'm probably going to retire in like 5 years. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's not the end game. You know what I'm saying? Right. Stand-up isn't the end game. Music is not the end game. Filmmaking is not even the end game. Like, I know what I ultimately want at the end of the day for a career, but, I want to use all of these talents and abilities that, that the man upstairs gives me so I can, brand myself.
Out of those three, those are not even the major. There's something bigger than those. That's very interesting because and that's why I was glad that we got you here because I've been trying to figure it out because I noticed, like I said, everybody got a talent, right, Heather? And I always say that God gave us multiple talents. Some people got more than one talent. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody get a chance to expose their talent, but you got a chance to actually tap in to 3 different avenues. And you said there's more. Those ain't even the end game. So what is the major? First of all, do you even know?
Yes.
So can you share that with us?
Sure, of course.
You gonna say cooking? No, just kidding.
I'm going to be a veterinarian. No. That'd be so left field.
That would be cool.
I'm quitting to work with animals. Ultimately, what I want to do is be more behind the scenes, more production. I want to say what?
Why?
Oh yes, I love that. Because I've dedicated my life to helping people. I realize that the stuff that used to drive me, or at least I thought drove me when I was younger, I don't really care about. What I care about is giving people opportunities that normally they wouldn't get. You know what I'm saying? To be in front of the screen. And so I would love the idea of opening up my own media company, and getting it to a point of like Lionsgate or 20th Century or Disney.
You gonna be the next Tyler Perry?
Sure.
No, that'd be awesome, bro.
Obviously, that'd be dope. I love. I have a huge amount of respect for what he's done, and so it would be something like that.
I'm still waiting for 56 on Lake Street.
Yeah, man. It's in production hell. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the industry term production hell, but basically what it is something occurs either in pre-production or post-production that stops the process. And so whether it's, behind the scenes drama, whether it's, script issues, whether it's scheduling issues, whether it's distribution issues or whatever it is, that's kind of why 56 and Lake has, just been frozen and there's no updates because
I've been waiting there, man. When you put the clip out, I just think it was just going to be such an awesome, because, I watch you work, man, you know what I'm saying? And you put so much thought and so much energy and so much, in your projects, you know what I'm saying, that, we're waiting to see it, man, because it's something that you created, man, and I think that, I always told you, man, we always had this talk, I always thought you was a remarkable young man.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
My nerves, though, man.
What'd I do?
No, I'm just messing.
I got my nerves.
So
I love you,
with that 56 and Lake, man, I've been seeing the drama and the production hell posts and the frustration.
Yeah.
Talk about that when it comes to your comedy, when it comes to your rap, how that motivates you, or how that changes your struggle, how that changes your grind, or how it doesn't. Does it fuel you?
It makes me very sad. Because I really want to get it out. It makes me very sad and vulnerable. Because the thing is man, you want people to see it. Everybody at some point has gone through a moment where you're just like, damn it, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get in front of the stage or do this or do that because I just want people to see it. And so sometimes you'll have obstacles that are in the way. And it makes I'm a really sensitive person, man. I'm sensitive as hell, bro.
All comics are.
Oh, so what?
I think all comics are. I think if they tell you they're not, they're lying.
We're
all
man.
sensitive.
Oh yeah, very, very, very much
sensitive.
so.
You're it's multiplied by your discipline, so you're three times as sensitive.
Yeah, it really is, man. Because just what I want to do and accomplish is just I don't have necessarily the wherewithals for that right now.
Right.
And it's just which bothers me so much. But I know it's not gonna be like that forever. But the thing is, how it was when I was, because I've been trying to do skits since I was 15 years old. Even further, before that, I used to take my parents' camcorder and record movies and stuff like that. And so. But the thing is that how it was at 16 is way different at 27.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to have a small little web series called The Gangsters. You know what I'm saying? And that had a small buzz within the city. What I have now is way better as far as just from a quality standpoint. It's just I've showed the movie to a couple of people, and they're just oh wow, this looks like something that would be on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? And it's that's what I'm aiming for. So
You definitely had that type of capability, man. That's why I can't wait to see it, because I know you personally. I watch you work. I know you're a perfectionist, and I know that movie was gonna be the bomb.
Thanks,
not the bomb, but the bomb.
I guess. I don't really like it, to be honest with you, but it is what it is.
But you start somewhere, right?
Yeah, I don't like it because after I finished filming, I was I could have done this and this and this and this and this to do, and that always happens. I feel like I'm talking too much. How's it going, Heather? How you doing? You having a good day?
You're supposed to talk.
I feel like I'm rambling. I'm just
That's what you're supposed to do. You're the
no,
guest. We're here to hear about
hey,
you.
how's it going?
I have a question, and then you'll answer it
okay.
with what you're saying
I feel
anyway.
I'm in trouble because Heather's just looking right at me. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I'm listening intently.
Okay.
No, but have you thought about doing it where you're incorporating all three, not necessarily just behind the scenes, but and not Bo Burnham necessarily, but something where you were using all the filmmaking, the music, and the comedy.
Maybe you're doing the soundtrack while you write the script while doing the production.
Right.
I've definitely wanted to do that. I'm looking for
a one-man show is something it's just
that'd be kind of cool.
That's what is the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me be
you did. That was 4:15. That was nice.
I watched 2 music videos.
That was really nice. That was fun.
But Man, that was so. I thank you for that, though.
Oh yeah, man, no problem, man.
It was one of my opportunities you gave out.
Were you naked?
Nope.
One of the few times.
Nope.
He's not naked.
That was not it. That was somebody else.
All right,
He may look like me.
Don't want to see it.
Yeah, he may look like me, but it was not me.
We'll switch gears real quick.
Yes.
Who in the comedy scene are you afraid to fight, and who do you know you could knock out?
Who am I afraid to fight?
You don't have to answer it.
Who am I afraid
I just
to
have
fight?
to throw in the wrench, wrench.
Who would I?
But if you want to answer,
who would
I'm
I
here for
knock
it.
out? Man, I would beat Keonis' ass. And I'm like, where's the camera? Which camera am I looking at? Keonis?
Our first
The next
guest,
time I
yes,
see you.
alumni of the show, it's on, sir.
Keonis,
Yes.
you are built like a lesbian.
There, see, this is
You
how
and me, Friday night, in the ring. I'm just playing.
See, this is how you get big, right? Because
I
you
love
start
it.
beefs this way, and that's how we
Yeah,
get.
yeah,
I
good.
love Keonis.
We're gonna cut
I
this
was waiting,
up.
I was
We're
waiting
gonna
for it,
clip it.
Terrence. I was waiting for that question, man.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, that.
But okay, so it genuinely lends into another
You better
question.
be
This
afraid
is
of
I
me,
know
'cause
this
I
is
would-
a
Huh?
And you better be afraid to fight me, because I'm going to kill you.
I just kick you in the leg that doesn't work.
that's true. It's
I'm
over.
already beaten in.
Kick him in the leg.
He's raggedy
Swerve out
knees.
the way.
This lends right into one of the things though that we've talked about a couple of times here,
Yes.
and I know it's a sticking point for George, and I've kind of seen your viewpoint, so I'd like to expand.
Go there.
Omaha Entertainment and Arts Awards.
Yeah. Okay.
Talk to me about some feelings that you guys have about that. I want to
Come
kind
on,
of
Dave.
know.
Give it to him, man, because I've been...
I mean, what do you want to know about it? Just
So for those that don't understand, right,
Yeah.
we have an award show for the city of Omaha, is my understanding, because again, I'm relatively new here.
Sure.
Right, like, so it's an award show that votes for the great artists here, right, stand-up, improv, and acting too, right, like
Yep.
musicians, I think is wrapped in that, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that's
so,
huge music.
and so it's an award show for locals, which I think that's always a great thing, right? But with everything comes issues. And so, what are your perceived issues? Do you have any perceived issues? What would you do to fix it if DTG was in charge for a day?
I guess like I don't necessarily have like specific issues aimed at anybody per se. I think that when I made my post that was criticizing the awards.
The process probably, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That's
people
the problem I had, the
people
process.
probably assumed that I was taking like aim at like Cameron, and I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But like for me, I'm looking at this from like a bigger perspective. And nepotism is a huge thing in a lot of award shows where we give the award to the most popular and not like people who deserve who really deserve it. Because if award shows were giving awards simply off of talent, there's a lot of people who wouldn't be nominated.
Right.
I'm not necessarily talking about Omaha awards, I'm just talking about awards in general at
Period.
this point.
Yeah, I can
but
dig it.
I feel like it's a little unfair sometimes when you have people who have worked as producers or on committees or within that vicinity who then receive nominations and then go on to win. Number one, I don't think that's fair to the other people that are nominated. And I also don't think it's fair to the person who wins. Because if a person we could use like Cameron as an example. Cameron is a very talented comedian.
Very talented, yes.
Him winning, people would look at that and be like, okay, he doesn't deserve to win. But Cameron has actually been putting in work. But people will ignore the fact that he's actually working hard and just be like, well, he got that because he's friends with this person and he's a producer with this. And that's not fair to him either. Right. So there has to be a better way to initiate nominations and votes. I know I made a joke about Keonis earlier, but Keonis should be nominated every year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's
I
just
totally agree, bro.
he opened up for Marlon Wayans. You know what I'm saying? It's just no nomination. But there are other people who have not even got to that level who are nominated because of nepotism or because of favoritism. And I don't think personally that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? So
my whole problem with it, and like when I expressed my dismay of it, people also took it like, I was crapping on everybody else and it wasn't. I was more pissed off about the process. For the simple fact is, every time these awards come out or when they come out, there's no formal or there's no announcement to say that this is about to go down. There's no set date. Like, I don't never know when these awards are coming down. I don't, I've been in the game for 20-some years. I'm who's that dude? I'm the Little Richard of comedy. what about me? No, but it's just that, I ain't even tripping off that. It's just the fact that I don't like how it's set up. Like, I don't know when, I don't know when to put in for it. I don't know how to get other people to nominate me. There's no format. You know what I'm saying? I just hear about it and then they all right, the awards is coming out, such and such is getting an award. I'm like, well, when did this occur?
It's interesting too, though, that you brought up how it wouldn't be fair to the comic that wins. Like, out of a lot of people throughout the years of doing comedy that I've heard that have, complain about festivals, they complain about award shows and all of this. Rarely do you hear an advocate on behalf of the comedian. I think that's interesting because I actually agree with that. I think when you have those levels of favoritism or nepotism or whatever it might be, you leave that door open for unnecessary criticism.
Absolutely.
For that comic. And everybody knows there's already going to be the criticism. The door is a revolving door for
Absolutely.
that. So what would you do to help reduce that?
I think that first, I think that there needs to be a committee that is specifically designated towards that genre. I know that a lot of times votes, they rely on the people for these awards. Considering the fact that Omaha, Nebraska is still miles behind when it comes to just entertainment as a whole, it's just I feel like that's why you normally see the usual suspects all the time. But I feel like if we have specific comedians or people that are involved within the comedy scene, not necessarily comedians, but who are involved, and then we put together a list of people throughout the year that we then are okay, these are the people that we're looking at, and then we can shell them out for nominations and for nominated to be to win for the people. You know what I'm saying? But that means, for example, if the four of us are on committees, we can't nominate ourselves.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We can't say, oh, well, Terrance, I think that you should be nominated. It's because that's not fair because we're a committee that's been issued by, the committee or, whoever it is to pick these people. So, you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So it's kind of now we have to look at this from a standpoint of not being biased.
Right.
Using Quiones as an example. Quiones is a very, very good friend of mine. A lot of people will be like, oh, well, David's saying Quiones because him and, David and Quiones are friends. That's not true. I've been paying attention to the stuff that he's been doing as a comedian. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking my personal feelings out of it because if Quiones took a year off, I wouldn't say Quiones. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of I'm looking at this from a bigger perspective. I know Ali Kareem, he got nominated one time. I said he should win because of what he was doing with his Kareem in Your Face show. He put on shows consistently in Omaha, sold out shows, by the way. Des Moines, sold out shows. He's doing it in Denver, sold out shows. He's doing it in 3 different places, which means he should win.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? This is taking out the fact that he's my friend, it just is what it is. So I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I don't know. That's what I would do. But
it's just an interesting perspective.
You think you should have won? I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, they're awards, man. Awards they don't define.
They don't. And you know what? They really don't, though.
Yeah.
They really don't. And I had to realize that, man, because I used to get pissed off about it, but, I was like, you know what, bro? I look back at my body of work, and I've opened up for big names myself, down through the years. And I'm like, I don't have nothing to hold my name about. Award don't define who you are.
Who'd you open up for?
I opened up for, what's his name, Scruncho. He played in How High movie with Mike Epps. I just opened up recently Shane Savage. He's a well-known comic. I've hosted for Georgia Me Harper. She's a very well-known
Do you remember Arona Lopez? I opened up for her. She was.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, she was really funny. She has a big booty, and she's like, and she stalks 50 Cent now. So it's just like, I mean, yeah, it's really weird, but like, it's just really weird how like, I don't know. I hope she's doing well. I shouldn't have thrown in that big booty part. Can someone please edit that? Like,
we'll keep
I feel
it in,
like
man.
a misogynist saying
man.
that. Like, that was a detail that I didn't need to bring up, but I brought it up.
Around here, we like big booties.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna like throw myself under the bus.
I
Like,
wouldn't throw it away now.
Arona Lopez, like she twerked on me, and I got so scared. I looked like a C-3PO. I was just like, what am I like?
You glitched out.
I didn't know what to do. I was like, I was.
I done seen
started
some girls
spazzing.
twerking on you before. You do have that little freeze up. You know?
I get scared because people are watching. Because I don't want people to be like, oh, look at David. I see David. You know what I'm saying? If I was by myself, I'd be a little bit more relaxed. At least I would bend my knees. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we go.
I'd just be like, well, I can't stand up. I was about to do it.
No, I was gonna say we want to know where can the people find you, David Terrell Green? Like, where's your socials?
Yeah.
What do you have upcoming so we can kind of update the world?
Yes.
What do you got going on?
Okay. My social is Call Me DTG. That is on IG. That is on Twitter. That is on YouTube. The music name is De Marino. Deimoreno. What I have coming up, I'm dropping a collab EP with my guy City Boy Don, and I don't know when this episode releases, but in April we have a single called "Get in the Vibe" that we released.
Nice.
Perfect.
What else? Oh, I'm gonna be launching my media company. Going back to the whole production thing, I'm gonna be launching that late spring.
Hell yeah.
Along with Everybody Loves Those Boys. So
I can't wait to those episodes.
That's what's
those,
up, man.
I love those boys.
Yeah.
You know what? And I want to say this. I know I already apologized to you. I had a chance to work with David, but I went out of town. I felt so bad, man, because
he got recasted with Carmela.
yeah. So he didn't do bad. I mean,
Yeah.
and it was a wonderful episode.
It was
Yeah,
good. You
heck
know what?
yeah.
Like it brings. How much time do we have left? We're almost out of time.
Yeah, probably.
I feel I gotta say this. I feel really happy, and I'm very proud of Carmela and everyone else. Like, there are people who are in Florida and South Africa who DM me and talk about Miss Malou. That's Carmela's character and how much they love her. That means the world to me. Carmela, where's camera? Carmela, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. So yeah.
We just had it. So thank you, David Terrell Green.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you again,
Sorry
George,
for all the
Heather.
rambling. These
Thank
are good
you.
peppers.
It's been another episode, man, and
Which
it was
camera am I
great
supposed
food.
to look
So
at? Damn.
we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
That's what's up, man. Thanks so much.